The Old Kingdom, spanning roughly 2686 to 2181 BCE, marked the era when Egypt evolved from scattered Nile villages into a unified powerhouse governed by divine kingship. Pharaohs were seen as living gods, responsible for maintaining Ma'at, the cosmic order sustaining life itself. This belief wasn't symbolic, it shaped taxation, irrigation cycles, labor distribution, and architecture. The royal court at Memphis oversaw massive state projects using a network of scribes and overseers who recorded everything from crop yields to stone shipments. Seasonal labor from farmers during the Nile flood allowed the state to command unparalleled manpower. Trade expeditions ventured deep into Nubia for gold and ebony, while Red Sea routes connected them to Punt for incense and exotic goods. This synergy of faith, bureaucracy, and engineering laid the foundation for a civilization whose stability would become legendary. The Old Kingdom unleashed an engineering revolution unmatched in the ancient world, beginning with Djoser's Step Pyramid, the first monumental stone complex in history. Imhotep, its architect, created techniques such as standardized stone blocks, precise leveling trenches, and copper tools hardened through repeated annealing. Massive quarries at Tura and Aswan became industrial centers feeding construction sites across Egypt. Laborers used water-lubricated sledges and wooden rollers along compacted paths to move multi-ton blocks with surprising efficiency. Surveyors established true north using circumpolar stars, then translated celestial alignments into ground grids. Ramps shifted in design depending on required height and stone volume, including spiraling ramps wrapping around pyramid cores. These innovations transformed building into a disciplined craft grounded in mathematics, logistics, and spiritual symbolism, allowing Egypt to create structures meant to withstand eternity. The Fourth Dynasty marked the apex of Old Kingdom ambition, where Sneferu's architectural experiments allowed Khufu to erect the Great Pyramid, still one of humanity's most mathematically perfect constructions. Its polished casing stones once reflected the desert sun like a giant geometric beacon. Inside, the Grand Gallery's corbelled vault distributes weight with astonishing precision, while stress relief chambers above the King's Chamber reveal an advanced understanding of load dynamics. Nearby worker villages house skilled laborers, not slaves, supported by bakeries producing thousands of loaves daily, breweries specializing in high-calorie beer, and workshops shaping copper tools. Ostraka revealed team names like Friends of Khufu, highlighting organized and proud work crews. These pyramids functioned as resurrection machines, cosmic vessels engineered to project the king's soul toward the stars, uniting scientific mastery with spiritual ambition on an epic scale. The Old Kingdom's collapse emerged from decades of climate instability, economic strain, and political fragmentation. A prolonged period of low Nile floods, likely tied to shifts in East African monsoons, crippled agriculture, weakening the state's ability to support workers, temples, and massive building projects. As resources dwindled, regional governors, nomarchs, accumulated local power, erecting their own monumental tombs and controlling food distribution. Without a strong central authority, local loyalties replaced national unity. Evidence from inscriptions indicates rising unrest, grain shortages, and breakdowns in communication between provinces. The once sacred pyramid complexes fell quiet, and the king's divine aura diminished. Yet even in decline, Egyptians preserved records, prayers, and hymns that revered the Old Kingdom as an age of perfection. Later dynasties looked back to this era as the model of ideal kingship, cosmic balance, and divine order. The legacy of the Old Kingdom endures not only in pyramids, but in the systems, ideals, and innovations that shaped Egypt for millennia. Its monumental architecture redefined what human organization could achieve. Its administrative brilliance laid the foundation for one of history's longest-lasting states. And its spiritual worldview bound everyday life to cosmic purpose. Even its collapse offered lessons that nature's cycles could humble kings and that local power could rise when central authority faltered. Yet despite centuries of erosion, political turmoil, and shifting dynasties, the Old Kingdom's achievements remain unmatched in ambition and symbolism. It stands as a testament to humanity's drive to reach upward, to carve permanence from shifting sands and seek eternity in the architecture of stone.